Calling the army of garbage. The Route 66 tour is upon us. The bus is gassed up and ready to go. We're heading straight down Route 66, Chicago to L.A. Grab the squad. Come out and see us. We're filming the whole thing. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it starts September 12th in Chicago at the Vic Theater, then September 13th, St. Louis, September 15th, Tulsa, Oklahoma, September 16th, Oklahoma City, September 18th, Albuquerque, New Mexico, September 19th, Flagstaff, Arizona. Then we're going to Las Vegas, September 20th, ending September 21st, Los Angeles, California at the Palace Theater. Get your tickets, areyougarbage.com. We'll see you there.
See you in a rude.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find that if they go to be classy, if they're just a big old piece of trash.
Basura.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition. We're both a little under the weather.
Sure.
Me and Tootie were out getting after it last night.
Yeah. I can tell. You're fucking wearing a hangover, dude. You came in sweating.
My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage? He is an international businessman and my best pal in the whole wide world. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, view, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. Then, obviously, the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/YariGarbage. Gang, get over there. It's a gosh darn party.
And, gang, we couldn't be more excited to have two incredibly guests here today. They're back with us. We all love them. Everybody loves them. They're all over the place. You got Chris Distefano with the Chrissy Chaos podcast, and you have Matteo Lane with the podcast I Never Liked You. And they teamed up for a limited series, Teach Me Daddy. Two of the funniest, two of the best. Give it up for the boys.
Yeah.
Chris Distefano, Matteo Lane.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Feeling
buddy.
good. So you went out last night.
I was out last night, yeah.
Where'd you go?
I was at the Cellar. I had a couple of spots.
We were all at the cellar. Did you see him at the cellar?
No, I got there at like 12:30 after I was rejected from
He
New
was
York
drunk
Fashion
by
Week.
then.
Oh,
No,
my.
I should have been there at 12:30. I'm a late night guy.
What were you throwing back?
Tequila sodas.
Nice. You know what I've been doing recently? Tequila grapefruit juice, so I hit the prostate at the same time.
What?
Tequila grapefruit juice. I'm telling you, try it out. And it's good for your prostate, grapefruit.
It's a lot of
Oh,
acid.
no, pomegranate is. Sorry.
Pomegranate.
Yeah. My bad.
I meant Sprite. I apologize.
Yeah. That's good, though. Tequila, I usually get the least amount of hangovers with tequila, but you're saying
I'm not hungover. My throat's just gone. My
you might
voice
be
is
getting the
scratchy.
you
The
know, it's
Covey
back.
movie?
I had it 2 weeks ago. Didn't tell anyone. Just went out, lived my life.
I
But
like that.
But as I
Like a goddamn American.
well, it's one of those things where I'm saying to myself, I don't have it. Whatever I
Sure.
have is just sick. You know, I got my friend is a doctor. He's like, who cares? Just like it's, you know, we got to live with this. And he's like, it's probably not even that. So I'm like, all right, it's no problem. It's not that. We go out and with my family, we're hanging out. We're at a Hampton's house. We're going to a
Classy.
Classy.
Hampton's house is classy.
Here's the thing, classy, yes, but deck was falling apart and there was a dead squirrel on the property. So we paid for. I paid for 3 days. I stayed for one. So
This was a vacay. This was you and the
this
family.
is an Airbnb with me, the Jazz, the kids. We had a nice time, but we literally.
Or you by the beach?
No,
Oof.
we're in Sag Harbor. Not far from the beach, but we get there. There's dead squirrels. The pool is, the pool is nice, but it's all shaded by the trees. So my family's saying the water's too cold. And then I'm starting to feel sicker and sicker. And then I'm like, it's fine though. I don't have the big C. I don't have it. It's just something else. I have allergies. That's what everyone's. Allergies.
That's the first denial.
That's the first
I
line.
always
That's
say
the first line.
allergies.
It's the allergy.
And then you hear
first
people
line
like
of defense.
like enabling you because
Yeah.
I think it's allergy. It's my
The
allergies
pollen
are the
count is
worst
through
right
the
now.
roof
It's
right
terrible
now.
this time of year.
Yep.
Everybody has it.
Then the headache comes. I'm like,
The
it's
cold
still,
sweats.
It's
Mercury's
nothing.
in retrograde.
I'm like, I'm fully fine. There's no way I have anything. It's just allergies. I'll take a bunch of Claritin, take a Benadryl, wake up. The next day, we'll be fine. We'll have a full day in the Hamptons. I wake up the next day, can't smell or taste anything. I say, here we go.
It's a stomach virus.
Well,
Get
that's
it
what I
out
said.
of my ears.
I said, take me to the hospital. I'm having a stroke.
It's not COVID, I swear. Get that mask away from me.
But then I got to be honest with you. Within not even a day, like 6 hours of the day, it's like it just turned off. Like everything, I just came back and I was 100%. But I definitely feel like I had it.
Sure, you
I was
probably did.
Residual fatigue for a week, but
He talks to you like he's a doctor.
Yeah.
How long ago was this? You're going to get us all sick.
No, this was 2-3 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago when you started the story. Now it's 2-3 weeks ago.
Wait, what's
No,
today?
it was a week ago because I was in P-Town. Where were you again?
The Hamptons.
Yeah, but what was the neighbor like?
Sag Harbor?
Yeah, because I call him and I said, "Oh, I'm in like." We were texting each other and I said, "Oh, I'm in like a really gay city called Provincetown." And he's like, "Well, I'm in Sag Harbor right now, and apparently, back in the day, this is where the gays used to come. So in a way,
I'm trying to bring it back.
You and I were like in the same place."
Listen, I'm actually thinking about it.
Surprised you weren't in P-Town.
I'm thinking. I'd love to be. I'm thinking about it now. Today's Friday. I think it was actually Monday of this week.
Yeah,
I might
know,
still
yeah,
actively have
yeah,
COVID. But hey, whatever, man. It's like,
It is
if
what
I
it
have
is.
it and you
I
have
had
it.
it for sure when I was in April. I was started my Europe tour, and I get to Manchester sick as a dog. But I gave myself 2 days to kind of adjust time-wise. So I just sat in bed for 2 days, and I swear 3 days I was fine.
Right back out
Back
there.
up and running.
I've never had it.
Never.
Not once.
I think he's got it right now, if I'm being honest with
I
you.
might.
It's just allergies. It's just that time of
just
year.
allergies.
It's just it's the pollen.
You've made it because I was holding on. The first time I got it was like late 2023. But you're holding on. I mean, it's late 2024 now. And you
Never
still-
had it. The only
never-
time I might have had it was in Ireland. Maybe.
Yeah.
What were you feeling that you thought you had it?
It was, I didn't
was
lose my
drunk.
taste.
I was
You were
going to
in
say you were
Ireland.
banging out
You check
Guinness.
it out.
What are we talking about here?
I didn't lose taste. I didn't lose smell. I didn't have a fever. I just had like a bad head cold.
I had the original. I had what I call COVID Y2K. I had it in March of 2020. And it's so funny because gays, we always get everything first because all my straight friends were like, "Oh my God, it's coming." And we were like, "It's fine."
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
We'll survive. Huh.
All right.
Okay. Well, glad you came and got us all sick. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, Chrissy.
No problem.
One of the things we have been doing on the show since the last time you guys have been here is, which has become big, is finding out if you're the notable alum on Wikipedia from your high school.
Nice.
What was your high school?
Archbishop Malloy High School.
Archbishop Malloy, New York, in Queens.
Queens, Briarwood, baby. Not for school, but for life.
What do you got, Lukey?
That's the motto.
This is the first time it happened. I Googled Chris Distefano High School, and it came up Archbishop.
Oh, so he was an athlete.
It is.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, he was a ball player.
Yes. Did I? I don't know if I'm on notable alumni.
Go to
though.
Wikipedia.
I didn't know that
and
was
see.
a thing.
I might.
Also, do you say Wikipedia or Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
I would say. You ready for this? I say Wikipedia, but Wiki feet.
That's the creeping
For the
coming
freak
out.
stuff. I like it.
Chris Distefano, comedian. This is a long list,
Yeah.
I'm on notable alumni though.
for sure.
Bang.
Who
baby.
else is
go,
on there?
dude.
A lot of NBA players.
Chrissy running with the
Moses
best.
Brown, Cole Anthony.
Ray Romano went there. He didn't graduate, but he did go for 2 years.
Really?
Ray Romano went.
He's a high school dropout?
Ray Romano's a high school dropout.
Oh, shit.
no graduation.
Did you play with anybody that went to the NBA?
Sunyata Gaines went to the NBA. Mike Baxter went to major leagues. Who else was there? We had, I think, a swimmer, a big-time swimmer. Gilberto Val, the cannibal cop. Was
Oh, no shit.
Who's
in my
that?
homeroom, baby.
No way.
Yeah, that's notable alum.
That's
What?
great. Is he on there? The Cannibal
Cannibal
Cop?
Cop? You don't know that
He's
story?
gotta
He
be.
was
No,
a
I don't
cannibal?
remember that Fox series.
No.
Cop.
That was real shit, right?
Yeah.
He was
Wasn't
a New
James
York.
Spader in that?
Yeah. No, it was.
He was a New York cop,
right.
from Queens.
Yeah.
And he was getting his fetish was killing a woman and then
eating them.
her.
Yes.
And he got to the point where he drove down to Baltimore or something, tracked her down, and was like. He had a girl in mind, and then it all came out, and he got caught. He's like, "That's just a fetish."
It was just
I
a
wasn't
fetish.
gonna do it.
I think the issue was he used the NYPD database to track women, and he got he got arrested and convicted. I think he was in prison for life, but he's out now. It got overturned because it was. If you watch the documentary, it's one of the first cases in U.S. history that they were able to kind of say this was just a thought crime.
Yeah, they were calling it the thought police. It's
Yes.
he,
Oh,
didn't,
so he
he
didn't
never
actually do
really
it.
He never
committed
hurt-
a crime.
He never
though.
committed. Well, the only crime he committed was using the NYPD
Sure.
database, so he was fired from the NYPD. But there actually wasn't a rule in our defined laws that say that he should be in prison because it was
Dude's just a freak. What do you want?
because it's the thing is if I'm thinking of thinking of writing down, thinking of making a bomb, but I never make the bomb, am I a terrorist or I'm a thought terrorist?
Right, if they can
Depends
find your
where you're from.
manifesto.
Exactly. Depends what you look like.
That's like Minority Report. Before
Yes.
you do it, they get you.
Yeah.
And he was your age?
He was in my homeroom. We were all high school, knuckleheads.
Was he
together.
nice?
Yeah, it was a nice. He was a good baseball player.
Kept licking me.
Kid could hit it. Kid could hit shots, bro. Kid had a nice arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you go to high school?
John Hersey High School in Arlington Heights, Illinois.
John Hersey. Who was John Hersey? Do you know?
Okay.
No
Nice.
Was that a Catholic school too?
No, public school. Catholic. My parents couldn't afford.
You should be up there. You're
gotta be.
Look at
very
him
accomplished,
searching.
moving
Look at his
tickets.
eyes squinting.
Matteo Lane, American comedian.
But is it on?
The boys.
So on the Wikipedia of the high school, they put down
The notable alum.
Notable
who else
alumni.
is on there?
Son of Sam.
Anyone of my time?
Jeff Joniak, a Chicago Bears broadcaster. Jim Michaels.
Is this 2004 when
I don't think it gives
when I
me
Nah,
graduated?
it doesn't give me
When I
that.
cried. We
yeah.
don't have the yearbook over there.
I don't know. That sounds so. You found that so quickly.
Ben Weasel, founding member of the Screeching Weasels.
Is that a band?
Yeah,
Are they?
You know him?
I
No.
don't.
You didn't seem like a big screeching weasel
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of guy.
Yeah, not in my opera classes.
Mateo
Okay.
Lane, notable alumni.
Notable
There you go.
American
Word.
comedian.
Oh, you guys are notable alumni in your schools?
I am not, and it,
You are not.
it bothers
Foley's
me.
made it, and you haven't.
Nothing.
No.
I got nada.
Sucks.
But you have Wikipedia pages.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I
we
think
don't.
that's the.
Are you're gonna hurt my feelings twice
Well,
today,
no.
Chris?
I think that's how you get on. I think that you make a
Make me a
Wikipedia
fucking page.
and then you put the high school in, and then it automatically. I don't know that this is such a. I think that you make the Wikipedia page when it says what high school you go to. You put your high school, and you get in
it
notable
bumps you up.
alumni. I think it's just a Wikipedia.
What is my Wikipedia page? Does it say? I went to. I can't remember who would.
Did
fill
you
it
guys
in?
make yours, or did someone
No.
else do it?
I think that the internet does it.
No,
Yeah,
because
so
I remember when I first saw it. I hated the photo of me, and then I don't know how to like fix it. And then someone changed my year, like I was born in like 1865 or something, and that made me laugh really
It looks
hard.
good.
So I kept it.
The net worths are funny. If you ever Google your name and the net worth, it
What's yours
is-
come in at?
my-
Because you have
I
some,
don't
you
do
have
any
some
of this.
you have some industry success, TV shows, and
right,
stuff
which
like
is
that.
which inflates the net worth more because there's this idea that you're going to make a lot of money being on TV, and you don't. My net worth is
20 million.
It depends what site. It's some of them say 5 million, 10 million, 2 million.
I got $3 million.
Yeah, 3. See, that's what I'm saying. It's
Do
not-
I have
That
one?
was 2023.
Yeah,
Do I have a net? Do they say?
Yeah,
I have a net
20
worth?
million, 30 million,
yeah,
$7 grand.
yeah.
Mine was 1.2 million. That
Not
I
bad.
saw. That was a couple years
and
ago.
let me tell you, that ain't true.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I
YouTubers.me, 508K
508K
for Mateo Lane.
for me.
That's
Yeah.
wild. In a weekend,
I wish. Are you kidding me? I wish.
dude. You mentioned Son of Sam. How about this? I was living in an apartment.
He was my roommate.
No, seriously, I got 2 Son of Sam stories. You ready for this?
Okay.
I was living in I got an apartment. Me, my family were living in an apartment. We're seeing the apartment, and then the real estate agent goes, "Oh, you know what's interesting about this tree?" In front of Jazz and my kids, because you know what's interesting about this tree? I said, "What?" That's where the first Son of Sam victim was found.
No shit.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
I
buddy,
said-
keep that to yourself.
Then my daughter's like, "Who's Son of Sam?" I was like, "Is it, Peppa Pig?" He's like, "Peppa Pig." He's like a cartoon. He's from my time.
Yeah, just
And
don't
then-
worry
He's a
about it.
clown from the
Then
50s.
the real estate agent pulls out a picture that they have laminated.
What the
that
fuck?
they show people, and they're like, look at this. And there was his first victim. He shot a girl going to school, and she tried to block it, and got shot through a textbook through her head, and her body's laying on the floor with a textbook hole through it. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's right there. He goes, but don't worry, none of the apartments are haunted. I was like,
It
okay.
was world,
We'll
dude.
take it.
No, I said no. I actually
World's worst real estate agent.
no, we did take it because Jasmine, being the smart girl that she was, like, we're going to take this apartment, but because of that knowledge, we're not paying full price. So it's
Dude,
been on the market.
New Yorkers will do anything for a deal.
She's like, I'm not. You kind of traumatized us a little here, so it's got to be lower. And then they agreed to lower because the apartment was sitting on the market for so long. So I was like,
Well, yeah, but maybe they shouldn't show a girl's head blown
Blown off.
fucking school book.
And then
Whole family
Sec-
burned in here.
We can't really sell this, but maybe we should stop showing the photo, John.
That's crazy.
So
yeah.
and then second story. I actually have 3 Son of Sam stories. Want me to just bang them all out real
Knock
quick?
them out.
Buddy, I got nowhere
real
to go.
quick, who is?
Oh my
David
god.
Son of
Berkowitz,
Sam?
I
serial
don't know.
killer.
I don't
Serial
like
killer New
serial
York
killer
in the
stuff.
what? Late 80s?
Late
No.
80s, late
forget.
70s, 80s, Son of Sam, serial
Late
killer,
70s.
terrorized New York, killed 7-8 people, I think, in the summer of 77, I believe it was. Like
Between
makes
76
sense.
and 77.
like a full serial killer in the streets of New York City, like killing anybody.
he was a mailman, and
Couples.
his dog told him to do it.
You know the phrase going postal? That
Yeah.
phrase, that's from him because he was a postal worker.
And
So
he really thought that his dog was telling him.
he believes his dog. But okay,
There's
so
theories out there that it wasn't him though.
I'm gonna ramp it up, and I'm gonna get to that. Let me bang out the
Cut the
little
lights in here.
Let me bang out the next one, and then the third one's fucking wild.
Okay.
So here's the second one: is when he was terrorizing in the 70s, my mother, and her sisters lived in Ridgewood, Queens, and he was doing his killings in Forest Hills in the Queens area, all very close. He drove a yellow car, a bright yellow car. My mom is leaving the house one day for work, or I guess she was in her maybe high school, or she was a teenager or 20s, whatever. She's leaving, and she sees a car, a yellow car outside, and her heart like beats, and she's like, probably not it. I'm just going to go to work. Not it, whatever. And then she comes home a few hours later, and the police have a notepad and are talking to my grandmother.
Jesus.
And they're like, and then my grandmother says to my mom, Lynn, come here. Did you see anything today? And she was like, no. She's like, but I saw a yellow car outside the house. And the police were like, we think he was on this block.
No shit.
His car was here. A description was here. Did you see him? Whatever. And now my mom was like, I could have been like his victim. Like I could have just walked right past him, whatever. But my mom had no information other than she saw the yellow car. So
I'm sorry, he couldn't find any. He bought the brightest car.
Yeah.
Not the smartest guy.
An idiot.
mean, what? Okay.
Yeah. And then I've told this story on podcasts before, but my Jasmine's uncle, T.T. Jerry, was did time in prison, 20 years. One of the prisons he was in for, I think, upwards of 5 years, his actual cellmate he shared a wall with was the son of Sam, David Berkowitz.
Get out of here.
Swear to God. Son of Sam, he said he used to cook him breakfast. He was a nice guy. He was like,
Great guy.
Great guy.
Just made a couple mistakes.
He said the only person he met that was an actual, for real, like absolute lunatic was he also did time with the Amityville Horror House murderer. What was his name? Ronald DeFeo, I believe his name was. He said that guy was genuinely insane. Like every day until the day he died or whenever Jerry got out of prison, this guy he'd say, how you doing? Like every day he'd say, how you doing, Ronald? And he'd be like, good. He goes, I just wish I would have killed my grandmother. That's the only one I fucking missed.
The one that got away, baby.
Yeah, and that's the truth. He missed like killing, I think, his grandmother or his mother. He's like, I should have killed her. And like, so that guy was like nuts. But he said, but here's the thing. You mentioned there were others. So there was a big documentary that came out in like 2022, I think, about the son of Sam.
Yes,
Before that documentary came out, like 2-3 months before, nobody had seen it. Jerry was telling us, by the way, I really believe that son of Sam didn't kill all these people, because he would talk to us in prison and be like, how could I possibly? He goes, I did kill this one, but how?
Right, those 3 were me.
The
other ones are
He
fakes.
goes, but they're pinning these other ones on me. He goes, there was a cult that used to meet.
That's what they say in
That's
the
what they said.
Bronx or
So Jerry
something.
told us this months before. He goes, there was a cult that used to meet up in the Yonkers area.
Yeah.
And he goes, we all used to go out and kill people. And he goes, and the police just blame it all on me. But there was other people out there that killed people I couldn't have possibly killed. And then the documentary came out and kind of shed some light on it. But he was telling us that months before.
Jesus.
Can I say?
This is why I'm notable alumni, by the way.
Chrissy Killers today.
Yikes.
Chris is more. I would rather watch you talk about it than watch the documentary.
I know, yeah.
There's
You might get some things that are real, some things that are fake, some things I remember, some things I don't.
I'm throwing it all in there. Chrissy Kitchen Sink.
Let's talk about Chubbies.
Shout out to Chubbies.
I got some bad news for you, bozos. Summer is
It's dead. It's over.
Talking fall.
Yeah.
So what do you got to do?
Chub up.
Done. You got to upgrade the wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get some cozies, some comfies, some stuff for the chilly willy nights, and who does it better than Chubbies? Gang, do yourself a favor. Get over to Chubbies. Stock up on your comfy, cozy clothes for the fall and for the winter. Why not get ahead of it? Hey, why don't you grab a couple things for next spring, too?
They got flannel line shorts, warm pullovers, cozy quarter zips. Chubbies has all the fall-ready threads for outdoor football games, pumpkin patch adventures, or late-night weekend bonfires.
Chubbies are hot, by the way. Do you know that?
They're good, dude.
Kids were all talking about them when I was home.
They fleeced us with, not fleeced, they
hooked us up with the fleece.
They hooked us up with all the summer stuff. I've been rocking it. I'm cool guy on a
Took
beach.
my house.
How you doing? And look at this, folks. For a limited time, our friends at Chubby's are giving our listeners 20% off with the promo code GARBAGE20 at checkout at chubbysshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with promo code GARBAGE20. Support our show and tell them we sent you. This fall, make the most of every moment with Chubby. Shop now and fall into comfort one stylish piece at a time. Do it.
Do it. Gang, this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Talk therapy. Guess who needs it?
We all do. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm back in, baby. I was
Yeah.
doing it for a minute. I got off it. Now I'm back on BetterHelp. Because let me tell you what, you got to talk to somebody. Whether it's something big, something small, if you're just trying to talk your way through it, it helps to bounce it off somebody that's not in your world.
Yes.
And with BetterHelp, you get a licensed therapist from the convenience of your own home. You don't got to go anywhere. You can talk, you can text, you can get on a call, get on a video call. You can do it just about anywhere, gang. Do yourself a favor. If you're struggling with anything, and believe me, I am, talk to BetterHelp.
Yeah, it's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You fill out a brief questionnaire. They match you with a licensed therapist.
Yeah.
And the big thing about BetterHelp, which is fantastic, you can switch at any time. So if you get somebody and you're not in love with them, or it's a little whatever, or you would think there might be a better fit, they'll switch you. But you're in the pool, baby. You're working on yourself. You're getting better.
I'm sticking with my guy, Danny. Love you, buddy.
Shout out, Danny.
Sorry for crying yesterday.
Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/garbage today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/garbage. Do it.
There's a really, really, really funny comedian named Cola Scola. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but
No.
they have a
Great name.
huge, successful show on Broadway now called Oh,
Mary, yeah, I know what you're talking
Where,
about.
yeah, they play Mary Lincoln. She's just a drunk. She has no redeeming qualities. It's so fucking funny. Anyways, years ago they made, you know, those like documentaries, like where they interview people about the murders and stuff. So Cole puts on this like shit blonde wig, and it's like very much like the music, and they go, so he came at my desk, and I thought, something about that doesn't feel right. And then you see more. So they were dragging a dead horse across the office. And I thought, something about that. Then finally it's like, so I said, did you kill your sister? And he said, yes. And I thought, oh, okay, something's not adding up here. But it's all those documentaries and every single time. Yeah, surrounding me with that. Now I kind of want to watch the
Dude,
documentary.
if
that doesn't leave you with like like if I watch something like that and I go to sleep, like I would like it sits with you. Like it sits with you.
He was terrifying, the son of Sam.
It's scary. That's a scary one. And
Zodiac was scary.
Zodiac,
That one will scare the
Woo,
shit
you
out
know
of
what's
Have
me.
you
the
seen that
scariest
movie?
one?
No, what's the Zodiac?
Are you
Zodiac
kidding
Killer,
me?
San Francisco.
You guys, it scares me. So why would I know about it? I avoid it like
They
the
never
plague.
caught the
the
Zodiac.
movie?
Never got him. They
Jake
think he just
Gyllenhaal?
recently-
Robert Downey
Jake
Jr.?
Gyllenhaal, she can relax. All right, so
Zodiac Killer, but the Zodiac Killers. But you know who the scariest one? If you want to,
the night guy, I know. My
the
cousin
Night Stalker,
Yeah,
Richard
yeah.
Ramirez.
Oh, they
Yes.
got him, though.
No, they got him, but that is the one. When you see him, when you watch that Netflix documentary, and they pan the camera up, and you see him,
He's fucked.
That's the only one that you watch it, because I watch these other guys, and I say, yeah, I mean, listen, anything can happen, but there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I'll beat the shit out of the son of Sam. I'll throw him down a flight of
Dude,
stairs.
Berkowitz
You're
looks
not
like
gonna
he owns a car shop.
he was
You're
like
not gonna kill me.
5'4".
But Ramirez,
Yeah, he was a
Richard,
Yeah.
that guy,
devilish.
you
His
say,
teeth were sharpened down.
and you look at him, and I say, that guy actually, just on a photo, like I remember the hair standing up. I remember, I'm a grown man with a family. I remember my daughter asking me for water in the middle of the night after I watched a documentary, and I said, you go get it.
Yeah, Richie's down there.
I was scared to walk down in my own house with the lights off, and then I finally, Jasmine was like, you better get up and fucking get your daughter water. I turned every light on in the house, and I had my cell phone with the flashlight.
Wait, but what did he do? What did
I'll
he
film you. Don't touch me.
Why was he the worst?
He was running around L.A. just killing people, like random, like old women and stuff.
Jumping,
It was
going
in
into
the
people's
windows.
back windows. You know, he would watch you while you slept for an hour and then kill you, murder you. And then what's interesting about him, it's like a poetic justice when he got taken down by the neighborhood.
They
the
all
neighbors
surrounded him and killed him.
Surrounded him and
Or
they
beat
beat
the
the
shit
shit
out
out
of
of him,
him.
and then the
Beat the shit out
cops
of him.
arrested him. It's like what you would hope would happen. It's like they did
It's like
it.
how they got Gaddafi. They all
Yeah.
just fucking circled him and
Yeah.
fucking
Drug him out.
beat the
But
shit out of
it
him.
is one of those ones that's truly, truly, truly
It's
like
terrifying.
terrifying.
So my nonna knows every single thing about murderers. All she does is read like murder. She's Italian. She just reads like murderer books and stuff like that. So you could just call her up and be like, "Who's this murderer? What did they do?" She'll tell you every single detail. detail about it. That's horrifying, though.
Yeah,
That
he
one
was scary. The
Netflix.
ice-
If you want to watch my worst ex ever,
Just
worst
watch it yesterday.
Worst ex or worst roommate?
Both of them.
Or every episode?
Yes. What
Bro,
am I, an asshole?
I
You
literally.
think I got stuff going on, Chrissy?
I swear to God, I was literally sitting there watching it, right? I'm watching it. It's in, the middle of the day. Jasmine comes, starts sitting down watching it. We're watching, having fun. My 9-year-old daughter comes home. We're like, we should turn this off. She sits, my 9-year-old's like, what's happening? We start watching it. Then the 3-year-old comes home.
Jesus.
By the end of the
Jesus.
day, I got the entire family watching every episode of this show. Scary music. It's
bad.
Real stories.
Yeah.
We're all invested. I mean, the one to me that was like actually hilarious was, you remember the one?
It's a choice word, but
It was
yeah.
it wasn't hilarious. It was horrible. But episode 2.
Is this? I'm sorry. Is this ex or is this roommate?
This is Roommate.
Roommate was great.
Episode 2 with the Korean guy who killed his
Yes.
who killed his roommate.
Yes.
So this guy kills his roommate, right? And everybody knows he did it. And then, he's like a Korean guy, whatever. And like they interview him, footage of the police station. And they're like, when was the last time you've seen her? Did you kill her? And he's like, I would not kill her.
Sure.
I did not.
Japanese. Is
He
it
was
Japanese?
obsessed with
Well, that's the thing. He's going.
I wouldn't kill her, mate.
He goes, I did another killer. Like that, like he's going on. And then they're like, we know that you did it. He goes, there's another me. And then they cut to the victim's sister and they show her the tape and she's like, he doesn't have a Korean accent.
Yeah, he's faking
He's
it.
from San Diego.
Yeah.
So every time the police talk to him, he's like, it couldn't be me. I'm just an immigrant. I didn't know.
It was all fake.
You
That's a pretty
sound
good
like that
scam.
guy from Star Wars Phantom Menace was like, the boy can go, but the mother has to stay.
Yeah. And it was like dying because I was like, then the episode became like, yeah, he's faking an accent. He's trying to pull off this. Oh, I'm a nervous immigrant, and
That's
we're
pretty
like,
good.
Yeah, and then they finally found him because they were logged into his laptop at the library. He went to a public library and would rent out laptops. So he was thinking, oh, you can't trace what I'm Googling. But the police were in a van outside.
They always Google how to kill a body,
Yeah.
how to fucking
Right,
You know.
and then they were doing a search for her body, the community was getting involved, like we're going to search this park at this time, and then he found out about that and he Googled image the park and zoomed in on this one tree.
Like exactly where
he
it
was
was.
zooming
How to
in
do
on
an Asian accent.
yeah, on this one tree, and then they were like, and then they go, they arrest him because you're zooming in on that one tree. That's where he found her body. He goes, it's just a coincidence. We were linked.
Gary, we know it's you.
He goes, I loved her. I loved her. She loved me. We were connected. And then they go, we found her body there. Your fingerprints are on the body. He was like, I want a lawyer. He just,
Lawyered up real quick.
All right, you got me.
yeah. All right.
That's funny. That's
Okay.
funny. So what we wanted to do with you guys, since you guys did the Teach Me Daddy, we wanted to kind of put you guys in each other's world a little bit more.
Because you have similar upbringings, right?
Yes.
But
What,
also,
guineas?
yes, exactly. But also
We don't want
very,
to say it.
very different people who you are now. You know what I mean?
He's trying to say that I'm gayer than you.
Yes.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, hence I said gayer. I didn't say I'm gayer.
All right, good point.
Yes.
So the one thing we wanted to say is how would each of you operate with the other's family? Do you think? If
like
Chris,
Thanksgiving.
If Chris had to go to your Thanksgiving, how would he fit in? And vice versa.
I mean, he'd fit in fine. I mean, my
Your
family.
Aunt Cindy.
Yeah, they already adopted him.
Your aunt.
My
I
aunt's-
talked to Trish.
Yeah.
My Aunt Cindy already loves him, and it would just be like a bunch of Dagos sitting in a room,
Sure,
and it would be
okay.
fine. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Where did you meet his aunt?
Aunt Cindy came to
At
a show of mine in
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Ah.
Came in. Great lady, Aunt Cindy.
Does she live in Vegas?
No, they had her and my Uncle Mike had a condo there for a while because he always loved to gamble. So they would go
Classy.
back and
Love
forth
it.
and gamble.
Yeah, a condo in
Dude, a condo in Vegas just to gamble
crazy.
is crazy.
My poor Uncle Mike, because it was so funny, when I first came on this show,
Shout
I was
out
like,
Uncle
are you
Mike.
trash or
Shout out
not
to Uncle Mike.
trash? And my Uncle Mike saw a UFO,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
the bears, the sausage. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, you would do fine, I think. I would have more trouble with you.
how
'cause-
how would Matteo fit in with your family?
I think that he would fit in with my father's side. My father's side very well because
Okay.
they love it, whatever, all good. But then my mother's side's very old school Irish Catholic. Very old school Irish Catholic, and they're very quiet. They're very reserved, and they're very conservative, and they just kind of always like, oh my God, what is he doing? And so I think that they would not know how to handle like a big
But he's so
personality like
charismatic,
Matteo.
though.
Oh, they would
Yeah.
eventually love him,
Yeah.
but I think at first they would be like, we are not sure what to do.
This one sings a lot. Yeah.
He's singing, he's dancing, he's very muscular.
He's very neat.
Yes, so but I think my dad's side would be like, get him in here. They would love him.
Chrissy would be great with my family. He would be like, "Oh, Matteo, I'm just gonna stay here now. Your family loves me.
figured-
I love your
yeah,
family."
Yeah.
They would like carry him out on his shoulders, like, "We love Chris."
I'd eat all the food.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Sure.
It would be harder if I had to be like Freaky Friday, and suddenly I had got 3 Puerto Rican kids and a Puerto Rican wife. That would be harder.
No, but my kids love, Matteo. My
course.
daughter Delilah,
I draw for her.
That's a
He
pretty
cook
good move.
pasta for her. My Delilah loves him. She always asks about him. She looks at, she'll go on my girl's phone sometimes. When my girl follows him on Instagram, so she'll look at his Instagram.
I would really disappoint Jasmine in bed. Sorry, Jasmine. You'd be wildly upset.
You'd be surprised. I mean, some of the things coming out in therapy today, I was like, wow, I didn't realize that I was that bad in bed. I didn't realize that I'm not doing anything right.
But the bed would look nice every morning.
Oh, it would look
pillows,
fantastic.
everything.
Everyone would be
fantastic.
eating well. Everyone's it would
Flowers
be
everywhere.
Oh, it
Yeah.
would be fantastic.
Yeah, there wouldn't be, there wouldn't be all the laundry all over the floor. Socks wouldn't be all over the floor. There wouldn't be dishes in the sink. The house would be probably cleaner, tidier. I really do make a mess.
You're making me sound like I'm Mary Poppins at this point.
No, but you gotta be cleaner and more tidy than I am.
Yeah, but I also don't have 3 kids, so it's easy to not. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think you would.
Do you do any of that at the house? You do any of the housework at all?
No,
Laundry?
I kind of run it old school.
I got a
in the house.
podcast,
I'm like,
man.
listen, I come home.
I put food on the table, clothes on your back.
I come home.
I want my drink ready.
Yeah.
I come, even though I'm doing comedy every day. I come in that house. I'm dressed like a painter.
Sure.
I come in, sit
your
on my
toolbox
face.
down.
I put the check. I take my check out of the pocket. I say, put that in the bank.
You're a painter in a chimney sweep.
Yeah. Then I sit down. I sit down like this. I throw the game on, and I say, kids, get in here. Tell me how school was. And then I'm just waiting.
Let me tell you about Son of Sam.
I'm like, come on, it's 6 o'clock, babe. I'm like, come on, we got to eat before Jeopardy.
Where the calzones at?
Yeah,
Where's
come on.
dinner?
Where's dinner? And I sit down, and that's what it is.
Okay.
Run an old school ship, so she takes care. It's not as traditional because I don't know how to build anything or do any of that. She's good at that. But it is more
So
like
it's very not traditional.
Yes, yeah.
You're outside making my videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta go out back and make my videos.
Other than
His
her
idea of traditional is playing dress up to pretend he's traditional.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his wife's like, I'm cooking and
changing the
cooking,
tires and shit like that.
I really just provide the finances.
No, but you make waffles.
I do make waffles.
The waffles on our
From
show. you
scratch?
made.
No, not from scratch. But I throw it.
Throw them in a toaster? I mean, come on.
mean, like
But I
Eggos?
time it. You got to time that. You only have a
Talking
second or
about
2
Eggos,
windows.
or you make the
I
batter?
love Eggos. Eggos are still.
I know how to hit them right between too crispy and soft.
Just a lot of practice.
Every one of my kids tells me I make better. I toast better waffle. I toast everything better than my girl does.
Really?
Everything.
Now, do you have a toaster oven or you got the slots?
We got toast. Well, we had this. We had the slots, but my daughter put what did she drop in them? Like a Barbie hairpins.
Okay.
Drop those in them, so that frizzed out. So we got the old school toaster oven. Pull it open. Put the Lego waffles in there. Eggo waffles in there. And I
Wait,
just
speaking of Legos, I don't know if you'll think this is funny, but I was in Italy a couple weeks ago, and I was at this really nice Italian restaurant, all Italians, one American family. They must be New Yorkers. Clearly, they have money, and the mom's kind of slosh like that. Anyways, everyone's eating. At one point, I don't know what she was talking about. She's talking to her 35-year-old son, and she just goes, I'll buy you some more Legos, John. Give me a fucking break.
Thank you, Mother.
The dad left. I was like, they all had to go home with her.
That's brutal.
I thought my stepson, 13-year-old stepson, I thought he's only into Legos, video games. The kid doesn't want to play sports, doesn't want to do anything. I was kind of like, it was depressing. I was like, I want to go out and play. My girls don't really want to do that. They want to dance. They're very girly. They don't want to do sports, whatever. So I'm like, come on, let's do something. And then the other day, we were in the backyard, and my keys were in the front of the house. So I said, yo, can you go get me my keys? I said, I got to run in the car. I got to get something. And so he was standing in the front of the house, and I was standing in the full length of the driveway, and by my car, And I said, just throw me the keys. And I thought, it was going to be like, he threw him like rookie of the year.
Really?
The kid. And one thing I never paid attention to, lefty. I said,
You had no idea he's left-handed?
I said, this kid.
You've been his stepdad for like fucking 10
this
years.
kid's
You have glasses? Holy shit.
What's your
Where'd
name
you get
again?
those?
Hey, I told you we're in therapy. I said, this kid's throwing heat and he's lefty? And I had no idea. So but Malloy.
Has your hair always been brown? That's crazy.
By the notable alumni, you could tell Malloy baseball team, basketball, the athletics are top notch here. But I said, you gotta. I know the coach.
Gotta hone that.
I said, I gotta show this coach that you throw absolute heaters. Gas. But he will not. He only does it like when
With keys. It's
With
weird.
keys, there's no pressure.
Only throws keys.
Oh.
Because then I asked
He
him
gets
to
the yips.
throw a ball with me, and he's throwing it like an idiot. I said, bro, throw it like it's the keys. And he just can't do it. But I said, if I could figure out a way, sports psychology, get inside this kid's head, we got a major leaguer on their heads. The first one in the family.
Talk about the retirement plan.
Why are left-handers? Because my Uncle Mike always say, "Oh, they're left-handed." I'm like, what does it have to do with like?
Because the angle at lefties throw at, most people are right-handed. So when you're a left-handed pitcher, you come at that different angle, and
Little
it's
bit of an advantage.
much harder for the batters to
hit.
pick up the ball off a left hand off a lefty than a right.
Percentage-wise, how many pitchers are
Way
left-handed?
less. Listen, there's a good amount.
Now,
but
more now,
Way
probably,
less.
yeah.
Like, I would say if it's, I actually don't know what that number is, but
Lukey's pulling it up.
there's not
25%.
You're left-handed.
25%
right?
lefties.
You're not? Are any of you guys left-handed?
I jerk off left hand sometimes.
That's interesting.
Just to change
Yeah, I
it.
do left.
Yeah, why not?
I never do the left. I don't use my hands. I
What?
collapse my hands. I actually make a homemade vagina. I swear to God. I lay down and then I go like this with my hands and I rub the base of my penis, lay it flat and I kind of make a homemade vagina with my hands.
That's so much work.
Stop
Yeah.
saying homemade vagina.
Can we name this episode "Homemade Vagina"?
I make a Lego vagina.
Yeah, and then I kind of just splooge into my belly button. That's how I roll.
Old school. Huh?
Almost never a north to south jerk. Almost never.
Never front to back, huh?
Never. I rub
Weird
it down
man.
east to west. Yeah.
You're
Complicated guy.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Is that garbage? You think? I mean,
It's weird. It's definitely weird.
It's not classy.
right?
Splooging in
it
your
is
belly
classy.
button.
No.
He's creating. I don't know.
No, it's not classy.
Yeah.
But how are you watching Are you watching porn while you're doing it? Like, are you put like how are you managing this?
I mean,
Using
yeah.
the imagination.
Yeah, I can. I usually either lay the phone on my leg
Prop
or
it
something
up,
like
yeah.
that, prop it up, or if I'm sitting in the sauna, I got a tablet in the sauna.
You're jerking
Jerking
off
off
in
in
the
the
sauna?
That's actually the main
What are you, a
place I
gay
go.
guy in the 80s? Who
It's
does that?
to the point where Jazz has told me, "Hey, stop jerking off in the sauna." Every time you go in that sauna, I know you're jerking off. Stop jerking off.
He's fully clothed. It's not even on.
In a New York sports
She
club.
had to put a curtain up because where our sauna is, it's a great thing. I think it's called shout out Sunlight and Saunas and their infrared, the M Pulse, amazing product.
Okay.
It's amazing infrared sauna.
Got that.
Got 3 speeds.
Great for whacking off.
Get up temps up to 165. Got a full tablet in there. Wi-Fi capable, everything you can ask for. Red lights, it's amazing. Remote controlled, can control through the phone.
The
works with
older straight men get, the more they have in common with NASA. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
They
there's
really
always
try to tech
creating
out,
these
yeah.
like
Yeah.
heat controlled rooms.
Like you're
and-
like it needs
LED,
Wi-Fi.
infrared.
needs
Right.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But what happens is when I go in there, it's kind of just, I'm in the kids know, hey, I'm in the sauna. You don't bother me for 30 minutes. No, the kids know they can only come up. Because it's way in the back of my house, they can only come up to a certain room. I said, don't come within 10 feet of the sauna. I tell them that
Daddy's working.
I'm like, there's electromagnetic rays. You can get sick. The kids believe it. They're like, oh, the sauna. But it's really because I'm cranking it in there. And so Jasmine has told me, she said, listen, the kids, your
the
3-year-old
kids
daughter.
know you're jacking off in the sauna.
Yeah, the 3-year-old, she's like, she doesn't listen as much anymore. She's going to run into that sauna one day. So you
Yeah.
better stop jerking off in that goddamn sauna.
Are you doing this during the day?
Usually now I'll do it during the day. Yeah, but it's been the summertime, so the kids have been home. But now, here's the beauty part about when the kids go to school is, you just got a
All
free
day
house
long.
for 6 hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if she's going to work, that's it. You're jerking
But
it.
is it like
You're home from
habitual?
school, like you're homesick.
It's almost Pavlovian. Like when you get in there, like you're
You
like,
know.
I have to
Yep.
jack off now. Like
It's like a hotel room.
because we've all
Yeah.
you have to we've all been there where we're like,
jerking off
I don't
in
even
hotel
want
rooms
to
too?
jack off. What do you think? I turned gay yesterday?
I don't
of
know.
Of course I do.
I get turned on the second I walk into a hotel.
Sometimes I start jerking off at the front desk while you're checking in.
What room did you say it was going to be?
Give me my cookie. Let's go.
Oh, my room's not available yet?
Do you
That's
guys
okay.
question when you guys are in hotels? Do you watch the hotel TV or do you put on your laptop?
I do the hotel TV because I love First 48.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I love crack First 48.
I
or
love
usually-
Ghost Adventures.
Oh, really?
It's always on the Travel Channel. I will watch it in a hotel. Love it.
What I like, the number one thing to me is I understand the hotel TV. The number one thing is when you can stream onto when they have the internet TV, when you can log into your Netflix on the hotel TV. That's what I love.
Yeah.
I never remember my password or anything.
You scan it. They got a QR code. You scan it
Right.
on the phone. It's easy now. You put
It's
the code
good.
in for the TV. You got to get Marriott Bonvoy, baby.
Okay, but some about Mint Mobile.
Shout out to Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile, Mint Mobile, Mint Mobile, baby. Say it 3 times.
Savings appear.
Whoa!
That's pretty good. What are we doing here?
Cut that. We want more money. Tell you that right now. Speaking of money, you like saving money?
Who don't?
Mint Mobile. You know what Mint Mobile is? Mint Mobile is the cool punk rock band that you found out about in high school, and then you slowly told all your friends, and now they're in on it, and you feel like you were in on this big secret. Now they've blown up, and they've gone real big mainstream, and you were like, I knew him back then. His wife's been using it for years.
Years, dude.
$15 a month. Now you sign up, you do 3 months, $45. That's $15 a month. It's easy peasy. We're talking 5G network. You're not paying big cash to these big these suckers.
lining their fucking corporate pockets with your hard-earned dollars.
That's right.
Well, the thing with Mint Mobile, use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, your own phone number, all your existing contacts, nothing changes. You ditch the overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months of premium wireless for just $15 a month. To get this new customer offer with your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/garbage. That's mintmobile.com/garbage. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month. Mintmobile.com/garbage. It's a $45 upfront payment required, which is the equivalent of $15 a month for new customers on their first 3-month plan only. Speed slower, above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, restrictions apply. Of course, see Mint Mobile for details.
Do it. Okay, let's talk about Tushy.
Tushy.
Do you like a clean butthole?
Who don't like a clean bee-hole?
I like a fresh, clean butthole. I don't like to shower that much, so I like to feel fresh back there.
Sure.
When we first started dealing with Tushy, they sent us a couple.
Sure did.
You and Luke stole them.
Sure.
All right. I had to reach out and say, hey, I got the dirtiest butthole here. Ship one over. The biggest one you got.
Sure.
And, man, I got that thing hooked up. I don't think I've used a drop of toilet paper since then.
Well, you should still
Clean as a whistle back there.
But brushing my teeth with it.
Woo, that Tushy's all right.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, Tushy is a bidet that turns your existing toilet into a modern bidet without any need for electricity or a plumber. This means there's no more wiping and hoping for the best. Instead, you get a 2-time cleaner. You get 2 times cleaner with Tushy's targeted precision stream. Whoo, I'm talking right in the butthole. Maybe a little too right in
It's
sometimes.
gentle.
It is.
It feels good. It feels fresh.
Of course. You can feel shower fresh when you need to the most. Join the 2 million butts who have already switched to Tushy. Hachi Machi. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use the code GARBAGE at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at HelloTushy, HelloTushy.com. Promo code GARBAGE. Do it now.
Are you Marriott Bonvoy Rewards member?
No, I don't do that.
Shout out Marriott Bonvoy.
They're
I'm
gonna
a Bonvoy member.
You Bonvoy guy?
Yeah.
I'm up to platinum. Titanium status, level 1
just
status.
titanium.
You ready for this?
Krypton.
How about this? Took my family to Chicago. They came with me to the show last month. You know, we were going to stay in a nice hotel. Nothing crazy. We weren't staying at the Ritz-Carlton. Nothing crazy. Book a room through the Marriott Bonvoy app. Get a call, 1-800, Marriott. It says Bonvoy person calls. I think it's going to be some bullshit. I said, listen, lady, I'm not buying a timeshare. I don't want to do this. She goes, no. This is not an offer. She goes, because you're a Titanium member, I represent the Titanium member. She goes, for no charge at all, if you would like, we can upgrade your stay right down the street to the Ritz-Carlton Chicago, put you and your family in a suite.
Really?
Just for being Titanium. I said, book it. So we went in there, big shots. We go into the Ritz-Carlton. They come out toy wagons for the kids. They tell them to pick a toy.
What?
Free breakfast. We had a whole view of Lake Michigan.
Home Alone
Nice.
2.
I know.
That was
Must be nice.
Kids were unbelievable. I mean, jumping all over the furniture. We got room because I said I'm not paying for this. We got room service, spaghetti all over the walls. It was nuts. I had to leave. It was one of those jobs for 3 days. I left the hotel. Service staff. I had to leave them $200.
Really?
I left them $200. My kids fucking destroyed that room. My stepson pissed in the sink. I was like, they were going crazy, these kids.
You jerked off in the
I was
sauna.
kidding me? I was jerking off everywhere.
We've only ever stayed at a couple nice hotels, and usually on points, like Amex points or something. And when I'll get, I'll order room service.
Yeah,
Because it's like the room, like I paid, like I got the room for free, so I'm like, I'll get room service.
That's different level room service.
And
where
but like they
roll up
want to
that
come
car.
in. Like some places you get it, just like they'll knock on the door and it's in the hallway and like the neighbors eating
Yeah.
it. Dude, at the nice ones, they're like, I'll come in. I'm like, leave it there, pal.
Oh,
I don't
give you the
need
tray.
you in here.
I never
Yeah.
want them to come in.
No,
No.
but they kind of.
I want you to
force
see
their
my
way
face.
in.
I've only ever seen this once, and this was shout out to Ritz-Carlton Chicago. We ordered a cacio e pepe pasta, whatever, beautiful. Kids got their chicken fingers. We got some wine. Never seen this in my life. With room service, these people come up with the cheese wheel, making the
What?
pasta in the cheese wheel
What?
in my
In the
room in
room?
front of me and threw it on the dish.
Oh, you're hoity-toity.
I said, this, I've never seen this. I said, what hotel ever brings up the cheese wheel? He goes, only one, Ritz-Carlton Chicago.
They really get off.
He
on
got
you.
100.
That's kind
You
of
get
gross,
100.
isn't it?
You get 100.
I mean,
I mean, the kid, he brought it up through the service elevator. It was pretty. I mean, my kids were blown away. They're sitting there. My 3-year-old wanted to eat the cheese.
Yeah, I think that's pretty trashy. You got a cheese wheel next to the bed in the room?
Yeah, they're just reusing that. That's been in like 10 different rooms.
I mean, but still, it was a pretty cool experience.
No, listen. I
Great
would've been blown
tiramisu
away.
as well.
I would when I would order when I was in Australia because I knew that I have the accent, but I just could. This guy I would call and order room, so I couldn't understand him. Every morning I'd be like, "Hi," and he's like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Do you have like yogurt and granola?" And I know he didn't say this, but I heard, "I'm taking it." But then he would always end it with, "If you'd like."
If you'd like.
There's 8 salmon every morning, but I mean, it just but room service is great. I love them coming into the room.
I don't want them coming in my room. I want
Yes,
them.
you feel like
No,
a prince.
no.
Just give 'em-
That's my space. I don't need you
Give
in
it to me
there.
and get out.
I'll tip you everything.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see me.
I don't like that. I also don't like when I walk into a store and people ask me if I need help. I walk out of the store. Let me find it on my own. When I need
That's
help,
it. I'm leaving.
my shoe size, I'll tell you what shoe size I have. But when people say, "Is there anything I can help you with?" I don't like the feeling. I leave immediately.
Sure.
Don't ever.
You don't
ask
hit him
me.
with, I'm just looking. I'm just walking.
Is that just not liking authority?
You don't like talking
Maybe
to
I
people.
just don't. It makes
All
me
up in
feel
your business.
makes me feel very uncomfortable.
I feel like I'm being watched.
Yes.
Because then I'm like, I gotta like, if I do just want to leave right away, I gotta like kind of hang out a little longer, make it look like I
Right.
was really interested in buying
Thanks.
something.
Take care. Appreciate you.
We're
Yeah.
all
There's
set today.
There's
Foot
a lot
Locker's
of,
big
there's a
on
lot of
that.
cosplay going on at retail where you're like,
Sure.
where
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, I guess I have to pretend I'm interested now or ask a question I don't care
Yeah, you go like, dude, you go to like a
or-
small shop with my wife, and they're like, "Oh, welcome," and
They're
like
bored.
a
They're-
soap store, and you're like, "I gotta sit here for 10 minutes."
I stand at the front and I never walk into the store when she's
Well,
in
soap
there.
stores now
Just
look
let her
like
go
ice
do it.
cream.
Yeah, I stand right by the door.
Smart.
One I don't fit. I'm like going through the aisles sideways and shit like that in those little stores. I just stand in the front and all right, thanks, take care.
Yeah. See, that's me too. Like I got to stand outside the store with the kids because the kids, if they go
That's
in
a
that
good
store,
excuse.
they'll
It'll
throw
cost
it.
you $300.
Let her run, especially my 3-year-old. You let my 3-year-old in any store, she's doing damage. There's going to be damage that my thing is like, if you want my 3-year-old to come in, if you better have insurance because I'm not paying for the shit she breaks. Sure. So if you tell me you got insurance that'll cover your damages, I'll let her
in.
go wild in here.
You guys got collision? What's the deal? No, that's a good excuse. I hate going in those stores.
Yeah,
Because she wants me to go in to get my opinion on something that I have no idea about.
Yeah.
Because when I say I'll wait outside, it's I want you to come in and see it.
Yeah. How about the other day, Jazz? I come home and she didn't. It wasn't like, do you like my hairstyle or do you like my haircut? She says, did I get my hair done? Yes or no?
God, it just
That's when you
hard to be
turn around and walk
straight.
out.
And I was like, oh God. I was like trying to think like, what the hell could I possibly say? And I'm looking at her and she's like, did I get my hair done or not? And then I was like, yes.
A little bit.
Yes, you did. I was going to say, yes, you did. And I know what you did. You got highlights in your hair. And she was like, I did. I was like, yes.
There
Yes.
you go.
And she was like, but did I trim it? I was like, no. And she was like, I did. I did trim it. I was like, all right, 1 for 2.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
Not bad.
50%. Get you in the Hall of Fame, Daddy.
Yeah.
Are you left-handed? That's crazy.
She is left-handed. Everyone in my
She
family is
is?
left-handed but me. All my
Oh.
kids lefties. Everybody's a lefty. Big thing. I would have been nice. It would have been nice. If you're an athlete, you want to be a lefty.
You could have a house of professional pitchers.
Yes, house or any
And Chris is a catcher.
and their brains are exactly. That's a good one.
Took you a minute.
There it is. Did you just get your hair done?
Get highlights? Look at you. That's funny.
All right, we got to get into a couple of cues
some
here,
cues.
gang. When you join the Patreon, we'll ask your garbage question on the air. Speaking of lefties, this is from AG Willikers. Do you still say righty tighty, lefty loosey out loud?
Every blue moon. Yeah, we're not. Yeah. Yes,
Righty,
because
tighty,
a couple of weeks ago, I just got a new apartment. And I was trying to unscrew a light bulb, and you know when like it's stuck, and so in your head you're like, "Am I doing it the wrong way?"
Is this gonna shatter in my hand?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Chris,
of course.
does your wife still say righty tighty, lefty loosey out loud?
No, actually, I don't
You
think
got to
that
change light bulbs?
Dude, here's the thing. My girl's at the point now where she doesn't even use tools like that. She's got a power drill.
Really?
So she power drills. Like when we're putting together this table. If it was me, I'd be with an Allen key, a wrench, trying to do it. She comes in with the big tools.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's like that. She's Mike. You ready for this?
And it's hers?
Have you ever met
But
anyone?
she's still saying righty tighty,
lefty. How about this? The other day, my girl. You know what she got? You know what she has now? A welding mask.
What?
You ever met a woman with a
what?
weld? She's welding
kinda
shit in
hot,
the
dude.
fucking garage.
But what is she welding?
She's welding?
She
Was
wants to
she the
weld.
A-team?
She's building like some type of like coffee table thing that she needs to weld together.
She's a blacksmith.
She shouldn't be welding.
Yeah, that's
I know.
crazy.
She's working at
shouldn't just
medieval
use-
times.
that
as a
shouldn't-
IKEA doesn't make
blacksmith.
you weld shit.
And she told me right away when it came, she goes, and let me be crystal clear with you. You're not wearing this on the podcast. You're not putting the welding mask on the podcast. I was like, just let me do one episode with the welding mask. It'll do good numbers.
You're walking around like Iron Man.
That's a good thumbnail.
Thumbnail. I want to do have a guest, have him with the welding mask on, and then you
good.
got to guess the guest.
That's fun.
Do 10 minutes,
good.
and then who is it?
That's pretty good. This kid's always thinking.
Yeah, baby.
All right, let's see. This one's from Jay. Ever get a boner while slow dancing at a wedding?
No, I'm not 7.
Oh,
Yeah, 7th and 8th grade I did.
I still will.
Really?
Yeah, I can chub
Slow
up.
dancing
if
at a
I'm
wedding.
kind of drunk,
Yeah.
my wife's in a nice dress, or whatever the lady I'm
I
dancing
thought you
with.
meant by yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing the electric
No, when you're
slide.
slow dancing.
I also cannot remember the last wedding besides my own that I was at, and there was no slow dancing. So I don't know. I don't know. Slow dance? A boner from...
I was just at one and danced for the first time, I think, at a wedding ever.
And
Slow
did you get
dance?
a boner?
Slow dance.
You came.
Fast dance. Yeah.
You grinded. Remember in 8th grade, we're like, they're grinding.
Bumping in
man,
8th
that
grade.
was
Did that in
big.
college.
No,
Yeah,
I don't get a slow dance at a wedding, but 100% I get a boner when we're like looking out like over a railing or something like that, like watching the kids play in the sand at the beach, and then I go behind my girl and hold her from the back.
Sure.
And I snuggle up against her butt. Instant
That's what I'm
boner.
saying.
That's I'll get a boner. Not from the front so much, but
Okay.
from the back I'll get a boner.
Backdoor Chrissy.
Yes, it's BDC.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Yeah.
Getting a boner looking out over a railing.
Yeah, at the kids.
I know. I was like, I see scaffolding, and I think to myself,
I get rock
that's
hard.
great. They're safe up there, and I'm safe down here, so I get a boner.
Get the
funny.
welding mask.
Dude, my impression of you is pretty good.
I think so. Yeah,
It's not as good as my Joe Mackey, but I do a perfect.
Joe. Do a Joe Mackey.
Sam.
That's pretty good.
Golly, Sam.
pretty
Hey,
good.
gang. How's it going?
That's perfect.
Hey gang is
Hey,
fucking
gang.
crazy.
Great. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, let's see. This is from Smashing Blumpkins. Ever been over? Ever been over at a friend's house and their parents start yelling at them? That's a tough one.
Yeah, my friend Sophia, she's 100% Greek. They're all from Greece. And I remember the very first time I went to her house. First of all the houses, they lived in Albany Park in Chicago. And all the houses, your normal Chicago houses, then we go to hers. They have the white picket fence, the lambs, the sunflowers, the astroturf, the whole. So I went up and she opens the door. She doesn't even look at me. She just screams at Sophia. She goes, Sophia, I tell you, the gypsies come to take our cats. And it was always yelling and screaming, but it was she would read our fortunes. One time she was reading, she would make Greek coffee, and then she turns it over, she reads her fortune, but she would read mine, and she'd be like, okay, I see money coming, and this and that, but then she'd read Sophia's, this says that you're a bitch. So,
You ever seen your friend's parents fight in front of you?
Oh,
You ever see
yeah.
that? That you put your head down. The dad starts yelling at his wife.
That's a tough look. I've been asked to leave a house where like the kid is like fucked up, and they were like, "You gotta gotta go."
Yeah.
We were like this. We were having
We're
like
gonna
a
beat this kid's ass.
yeah. The kid was like throwing. He like ruined the walls in his bedroom.
Right.
And like they came in, they're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" I'm like, "It wasn't me. Fuck, your fucking son was doing it." And they're like, "Get out!" I'm like, "That kid's gonna get fucked up."
The only one I remember is I was 20, 21, and I was hooking up with this girl, and we were laying in her room. Her bedroom was in the basement. We're laying in the basement with her, and her mother.
Oh, shit.
Her mother comes down, and I think her name was Caitlin. She's like, Caitlin, where are you? And she's like, I'm in my room, Mom. Like, I'm coming out in a minute. She goes, where are you? Get out of your room. And then she was like, I'm with somebody. I'll come out. She's like, what? And she opens the door. I opens the door, and like we weren't naked or anything like that. But we had sex early in the day. Of course, bro. I was holding her from the back and
looking at a bridge.
We were looking at the beach on the TV, and so
Holding her from the
and so she comes in and she's like screaming at. She goes, I cannot believe you're in here acting like a little slut. She goes, and with him, and I was like, nice to meet you, Mrs. Henderson.
Who's this loser?
Yeah, she was like, with him. And then she was like,
the town
she
idiot.
goes, Chris, I'll call you tomorrow. You should go. And then I just
You were like, nice to meet you.
I was like, nice to meet you, Miss Henderson. Your daughter's very nice.
Hey, by the way, I banged her around 2 o'clock, so fuck you,
Did
lady.
you say that on stage, Chris?
No.
You should.
That's funny.
That's really funny.
She never met you before?
Never, but I was hooking up with their daughter for, whatever, a couple of months, like nothing crazy. But I would assume maybe she told her daughter about me, but I mean, she literally was like, with him? And I was just, I didn't know what to do.
That just goes to show she doesn't care her daughter's being a slut. She just didn't want her daughter being a
Yeah.
slut
with you. Yeah.
Insult to injury.
Yeah, and then it ended. Like a week later, it ended. 'Cause
That's
it was
a tough one to bounce back
Well, it
from.
was a
though.
tough one, too, because it was even like, you're 20, your mom's acting like this. Like, we're in
Ah,
college.
good point.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But
also you can't.
Also in her mother's house, though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got caught by my mom red-handed having sex. Red-handed. We were having sex. I was having sex with my college girlfriend. I mean, we are fully butt naked. Like, butt naked,
Your
having
bedroom?
sex. Oh, no, on the couch.
Jesus.
We're having sex on the couch.
In her apartment? Your mom's apartment?
In the childhood home I grew up in. And we hear my mom opening my apartment door. And I was like, holy shit. So I left her, like she was sitting on the couch. She throws on my T-shirt, and then I run into the closet in the back room. So now she's just standing there, my girlfriend, with my mom walking in. She's like, hey, Mrs. D, what's going on? And she's wearing like a shirt up to, she's dripping sweat, neck is red. I was biting her neck. And she's just wearing like one of my T-shirts. That's like, and then I hear my mom going, where's Chris? Where's Chris? And
he's hard in the closet.
She goes, I don't know. She goes, I don't know. And then my mom came I don't know why I got this idea. I tried to convince my mom that she finally finds me in the closet. And I went, gotcha. As if like we were playing a game of hide and seek and my mom was in on it. My mom was like, I know you two were having sex. I was like, no, we weren't. Jesus. No, we weren't. And then, I was like, no shirt on in a, bathing suit, hard through the bathing suit. And then my mom started screaming.
I get
screaming. She was like, not in my house, this filth in my house. Everything
Irish
with my mom with
It's a
sex
prank,
is filth.
like Jackass. What's
That's
wrong?
it. Everything with sex with my mom is filth. This is filth. I remember my VHS porn. It was called the Spanish porn. It was a blue VHS tape.
Those were a dead giveaway.
yes.
Getting caught though. The
Trashy.
different color VHS
Yes.
tapes
Man.
that don't blend in with like the family
the
Matters.
Nickelodeon ones were bright orange.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And she found it because I had it in my the way I would safeguard it is I had a documentary VHS on the USA Dream Team, and I took that tape out and I put it in the case for the Dream Team, and she
Smart kid.
yes, and she was cleaning my room and for some reason looked in there and was I guess playing my tapes. I don't know why she was doing
Because she knew what was up and she was looking. She was
so
she was trying to find that filth.
And so she found it, and I came home from school one day, and she was at work, and she had smashed it into like 20 pieces with a hammer, and there was a Post-it note that said, "Get this filth out of my house."
Really?
Yep. And I lost the Spanish porn. My boys were pissed because that was the porn.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Ours
all-
was Lust at Sea.
Lust at
nice.
Took it from our buddy's dad.
I like that.
Yeah, it was like on a yacht. They rented a yacht for like 5 hours, I think.
And just banged
just
everybody?
It wasn't even a yacht. It was a pretty small boat.
It was a pontoon
Yeah,
boat.
it was a pretty shitty boat, but they were getting after it.
They did the storyline so much better back then. It was like so erotic. I don't know what it was.
But now when you watch porn and you see one that has, because they always had music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
I
watch
don't need
porn
to-
now
I gotta
with
lose the
music, doesn't it
music.
ruin everything?
Like I'm watching a music video.
Yeah.
It sounds like the hold music in like Bond 64.
Yes,
like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just getting nervous. All right, let's
Chris, your
see.
life is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you are a cartoon character.
What
of
it
a
is,
man.
baby.
It's crazy.
Do you guys ever have any of those friends that their family, the sexuality was too open? Like, I had one friend at like 16. In his stocking at Christmas, he would get a carton of Newports and a box of condoms.
From his parents?
From his parents.
That's too much,
That's
I think.
too much. And I remember being like,
Sister
this
got a
is
dildo?
insane.
I still don't feel comfortable knowing that, like, my mom knows. Like, when I told my mom I was having a baby,
We're adopted.
I was embarrassed because I was like, now she knows I'm having unprotected sex.
Oh, that's the Catholic.
Yeah,
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got over it now. I could tell my mom I had sex with,
Yeah.
somebody.
I
don't know. It's
can't
just
even tell
done
my
with.
dad.
Really?
You want to watch that
I
weirdo.
can't talk to them. I can't. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
very uncomfortable.
I mean, not that I want to sit down and talk to my mom about fucking, but it's like I don't think it would be something that I would like skip over. Like I've said to her before,
No,
She
I don't even
knows,
think
yeah.
my mom knows I've had sex.
Right.
Like, yes. Like, it's
Really?
so
She just assumes you haven't.
it's very not talked about. Yeah.
Because even my grandparents, like my cousin Kelly had a friend once, and they were like dating for like 3 years, and they hadn't had. They're really Christian. They never had sex, and so of course we were talking about it with my grandma. My grandma's like, "Well, that's unnatural. Come on, they should be having 3 years."
Yeah, that's a
she
little
goes,
too
"That's
much."
ridiculous."
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't let any of my cousins that stayed over, if they weren't engaged, they weren't allowed to sleep in the same bed with their with their girlfriend.
That's an old school
or
rule.
boyfriend, yeah.
Did you ever see the interview with Bing Crosby? No one has.
No.
I have. I'll tell you. So this is what I'm watching. I'm not
that
watching
was a
The
hard laugh.
Murderers. I'm watching Bing Crosby. I'm Barbara Walters.
Sure.
But he beat the shit out of his kids.
Yeah.
And 2 of his sons, I think, committed suicide. And he was like a hard, stern Catholic. And I remember Barbara Walters said, so if your son brought his fiance over, could they stay in the same room? He goes, no. And if they did, I would never speak to him again. She goes, but they're engaged. They're engaged with. Nope, they're not in this house, and I would never speak to my child ever again. And then, of course, it comes out his kids killed themselves.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
But every year I'll listen to May Your Days
Of course.
Be Merry.
Guy in a velvet voice.
Amazing voice.
And he wore a wig.
Did
Really?
Yeah, that was a
Whoa.
wig.
Not a toupee, a wig.
Well, like whatever, same
piece.
thing.
Piece.
Yeah, he wore a piece.
Today you'd have plugs, baby.
Yeah,
You'd have
it'd
some
be all
sweet
plugged
plugs.
up.
That's it.
I need
Most
to
kids
get
got
him.
plugs.
I know.
He's got fakes
I
in.
told him to give me his number. I can't do it though.
Right.
I
There's
just
nothing.
can't.
You don't have to do anything.
I know, but yours look. The risk. Yours look great. Everybody that gets them look great. I just can't run the risk of them looking bad.
gotta
And then
double
The
down.
everybody
same guy.
being
Me
like,
and Dan Soder went to the same guy.
I know. I don't have that luck though. I
Right.
just don't have the luck.
You showing
I'd
up
be
with
that-
plugs
I
one
love
day
that
would be
you think-
hilarious.
I'd be that 5% it doesn't work for. I'm always in that. I'm always in the gig.
But
I'm
you don't
always
have
getting
to
screwed.
do
Looks like
anything.
crabgrass growing
Yeah.
out of
Just
your
go
head.
to the good doctor, and then they do it.
I would love one of the fans to do a hair switch and put Foley's hair on Kippy and Kippy's hair on Foley, and I want to see what that looks like and tag me in that. Whoever makes that, tag me. In that.
Because Foley, I mean, you're like
He's got
Great head of hair.
gorgeous.
It's
Great head.
insane.
That's all I got.
And
I
he's
got the
in
hair.
length now. I told him he looks like a baseball
Can I
player.
see?
with
Let me see your.
Mine or his?
Well, let me see. Foley, your hair like.
He came in. He had it out yesterday. You look.
Yeah, that's
look,
so. Come on,
I mean, look at that.
Great
That's-
head of hair.
That's Baywatch hair.
Kid's got
From
sick
the
hair.
eyebrows up, I'm okay.
Yeah, yeah. The kid's got. He walked in with it.
I have-
Upper
Can I
West
see your
yesterday.
hairline?
Yeah.
I wanna-
I mean,
But honestly, like you have.
the cameras break.
Honestly, you could eat. This is like so easy. This is so
yeah,
easy.
I know. My only fear. I'm always the guy where they're like, "Oh, this pill does this for 99." I'm always the guy getting. I'm the bubble boy.
I think
it
you should
don't
get
work.
You should get it tattooed. That's what you should do.
No, what the Dominicans do? Nah, that shit's
wild.
Get it
bad.
tatted up.
Yeah, they they get the pigmentation.
Oh. Okay, I thought you meant just Dominicans in general getting tattoos.
no, they do that though.
No, don't get the dot tattoo. But
I don't want. I had one of our listeners is his dad is like the main guy in Turkey and was like, "Dude, we'll fly you out. You just have to buy the ticket. We'll put you up in
You
a fucking
guys have to just pledge allegiance to ISIS. Fly out to Turkey.
behead a couple people."
I did it here in New York.
We're gonna pull your
I know.
fingernails
I
out.
said-
It's gonna be a good time.
But you're gonna come back with hair, kid.
It's not a pain point for me. I really don't care. I like you are an Adonis otherwise. You know what I mean? So it
on.
makes sense, dude. You're put. I mean, like I don't care.
He also wears it well too.
I'm a fat slob. It's fine, and I'm okay with that.
I think you're good looking.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
a fat
There
slob.
you go.
Oh,
He
thanks.
wouldn't lie
And you
about
got
that.
great
Mateo
color
wouldn't
eyes.
lie.
I mean, you look
Thanks.
fantastic.
I mean, I'm married at this point.
Well, that's the thing. You're
kind of
straight, you're married,
successful.
you're
It's like,
successful,
what am I
so-
doing here?
You can't have. I think that's the good thing about getting older is you kind of realize like, hey, man, you're not going to have if you can have 75%, You're hitting that
I'm
75?
chilling.
Wait,
Sure.
question. Do you think
I should be working at. I should be a pipe fitter in Philly right
100%.
now. I'm chilling.
I'm still a pipe fitter. Do you think Italians are super obsessed with looks? 'Cause I find my Italian side of the family, everything's always about looks.
Yes, I think that there's more vanity in that culture, but I think that see, it's interesting. I think there's more vanity in Italian culture, but I think there's more acceptance of it in Puerto Rican culture. Like there's a lot of Puerto Rican, family members I have, like they'll be 250 pounds wearing a belly shirt, no problem. They feel great.
Owning it.
Yeah,
There's something
more confident.
There's
Yeah.
something I envy about that because I'll if I'm feeling like I'm having a fat day, I'll wear like I cannot
Put
if
a
the-
sweater on.
If the wind blows, like if I wear certain color shirts and the wind blows, I know I have puffy nipples. I'll go like this when the wind blows.
Yeah.
We're like
Or
What
walk
are
sideways a little bit.
yeah.
I didn't even want to go to the store today.
I'll be like the last year that I was filming something, and they were like, there was a scene where we were in the locker room, and they're like, oh, Chris, the director wants you to take your shirt off, and I was like, I can't do it.
That's it. I quit.
I can't be the guy that does it. And they were like, I was like, can I just please sit in a hockey jersey? And they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I told,
All right, freak.
What if the character always wears a winter coat? Huh? What do you guys think?
What if my character's in an astronaut suit at all times?
And a welding mask.
there is something about just saying fuck it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't have that.
Let me ask you this. All right,
I'm here.
I
It's a
turned 40
podcast.
last week.
Okay.
Bravo.
Turned 40.
Hey, happy
You
birthday.
got ear hair.
40 with alleged COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think it's too late? Am I too old to get a tattoo?
Do you have one? You got
I
a
have-
couple now.
I have 3, but I
No.
want to get a sleeve.
I want to go full sleeve.
I just want to take. I feel stamped with this one, and it's too painful to remove
No.
it. So can I get a sleeve, something with my daughters or something like that?
Yeah, you got-
similar to this what Matteo has.
These are my daughters, Poison Ivy and Storm from the X-Men, and Maria Callas.
You go, girl.
You think I'm too old?
No.
to get tatted
Not
at
at
40?
Because you already have one.
You already have one. You have one
That's the
already
lead-in.
one on your arm, so you're just kind of filling it in. Do it slower, but not like don't come with one full sleeve. You know what I
Right.
mean? Do it a little bit slower.
Pull a full
Also,
machine
tattoos
gun,
are
Kelly.
quite fashionable. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
very
tattoos
and
are,
you're a
are
cool.
like a young
you're not like a
person's thing.
CPA. You're a fucking.
Yeah.
You're a public figure and a dirtbag.
If I'm exactly, but if I'm coming out of the gate 40, my first tattoo coming with the sleeve,
That's
that's
a little
weird.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Maybe
I,
you
I
try
would say I'd say here down. You don't have to go full. The full
Don't go
sleeve
crazy.
is a
Yeah,
bit-
just start filling it out a little.
And
just
one-
add 'em.
one
I like
teardrop
the-
right
the
here.
Elbow
Bang.
down.
There you go.
Puerto Rican flag on my chest.
I think elbow down is more
Yeah.
appropriate. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Because I'm about to hit 40 in like a year and a half. I'll be 40, so it's like, all right, I don't want to go any higher. I just want to keep it here.
Keep it there.
Yeah.
40's nothing.
Nothing.
40's nothing.
58.
I'm 48. I'm 48.
When you tell me how
you
old you
really
are,
48?
it
Crazy.
literally blows my mind because
It's insane.
Because if I didn't know you at all, and you had never told me your age, because I
would
knew
say
that you were
32.
older. That's what I was saying.
Really?
I would just operate under the impression that you're about 32, 33.
When I met him, I
Same
thought
with Kippy. I think you're 34, 35.
I mean, I
How
look
old are
pretty bad.
you?
I'm 30.
17.
I smoked a
She's
lot.
legal, kids.
I'm 30. I think I just turned 38. But when I met him, I just assumed he was my age, and then our buddy was walking down the street with him and bumped into a kid he graduated with, and he was probably 35, 36 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like an old man, and my buddy's like, "How did you know him?" And he's like, "I graduated high school with him." We're like, "How fucking old are you, dude?" Yeah, because
No,
the
you
guy
look
had like gray hair.
incredible.
I
Not a
started
single-
comedy at 32. That's when I started. They were all like 20,
Started at
20.
32.
I
Yeah, we
started
were
at
like 24 or
23.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I started 25, 26.
How you're 40? Yeah, because
40.
we're like from the same New York graduating class, kind of.
I was like, I started for real in like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started. Yeah, my first show was with Lisa Traeger in Chicago at a place called Old Town Pub, hosted by Marty DeRosa.
Oh, Marty DeRosa. Yeah.
I love
Oh,
Marty
yeah.
DeRosa.
There's another
We know Marty.
DeRosa.
We know Marty, yeah.
He's so funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got me started.
Makes great sandwiches too, ironically. All right, we got time for one more, and then we got to go. This one's just funny. This is from BJM. When was the last time you fell down the stairs?
Fell down the stairs 2 days ago.
I know you did.
Yep, because I have these little carpet
Sure.
I have wooden steps, and I have these
Carpet in the
stick-on carpets,
yeah.
but they're you peel them on, peel them off, and the other day my 3-year-old didn't want to wear the outfit that was picked out for her, so she had to put it on, mom's rules, and so she said, "Fine, I'll wear this, but I'm doing this," and then she took and peeled off all the
Oh,
carpet
shit.
steps and just threw them in her room. She just peeled them all off. She just went crazy, and we didn't put them back on. And then 2 days ago, I was walking barefoot down the stairs, but I'm so
Jesus.
used to walking down the stairs with these carpet grippers because I have
Carpet grippers.
and I fucking laid out. I laid out.
Yeah.
I mean, like a movie. Down the steps, hit it, bang,
Sure.
and then.
Did you get injured? Were you hurt?
No, it didn't feel great, but I wasn't hurt. And then I realized, because Jasmine was in bed, she heard it, and she didn't ask me if I was okay for like a minute. And
Get me a glass of water.
And I said, I'm okay. And then I just hear her. She was like, couldn't even breathe, hysterical laughing. So that's why she hadn't asked me, because she was like, I was laughing uncontrollably for a minute and a half. I couldn't even check to see if you were okay. She was like, just to hear your dumb body hit every step.
So size 38 waist going down the stairs.
That's the thing, but 36 now.
Oh,
Who's counting?
look at you.
That's it.
I fell
funny.
down the two. I have like a sunken living room, and it's just like 1-2 steps, dude. I fucking tumbled. I fell for like 8 seconds. It felt just onto the couch, off the couch, rolled. The dog was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
It's like Mousetrap.
Yeah, I was just ba-doom, 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 ba-doom.
I get jammed up on the things that go into the basements on New York City sidewalks. What are those called?
like the
Like the cellar
Oh my
doors.
god, I hate
Yeah.
those.
Dude, those things kill me. They're like
Yeah.
ice.
You know where's a big thing? Where's a big high fall risk? Going down the stairs at 4th Street, New York Comedy Club, 4th Street.
Yeah.
That entrance.
Oh,
get jammed up.
Eat
Yeah,
it.
you
You will
die.
eat it down those
That's
steps.
a rainy
That's
night.
Home Alone. That's
Yes,
like
yes.
You're trying to walk in cool. Ugh,
Yeah.
You're up against the door.
I'm telling you, I told Emil, I said, one day somebody's going to fall down those stairs and go through the glass door. And they're just going to get up covered in blood, and then you're going to see them. Because I need those tickets. I need those butts in the seats.
I don't remember the last time I fell downstairs. I don't remember. I mean, not
Well, because you prance.
I do.
That's what you're always on your tiptoe.
I mince.
You're an athletic guy. I fall all the time, man. And when you get older, it's like you could really jam yourself
Dude, falling
up.
as an adult is brutal. I mean, my kids
Have you ever
fall
heard
in-
Ryan Hamilton's bit about falling when you're an adult?
I mean, no, I haven't.
It's great.
I've heard his bits about him getting hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bits that he has about that are hilarious.
Hilarious.
The way he's
Hilarious.
made that so far. I mean, his kid got crushed
Yeah.
by like an accessoride, and he made it hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Distefano, Matteo Lane.
Thank you.
Two of the best. Boys, you got anything you want to plug? Fire away.
Plug away.
Yes, I'm on tour, the Can't Stop Talking tour. So I'm coming to Atlanta and Fort Lauderdale, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, all in September. So for tickets, go to MatteoLaneComedy.com.
I am in California, Miami, Phoenix. I'm in the comedy clubs, chrisdcomedy.com, working on a new hour. Shows are almost sold out, so get the tickets now. And then subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/chrisdcomedy. We've got new stand-up coming out every Sunday night. Big announcement coming up for next year. So if you want to subscribe and, tell your friend.
Gang, two of the best. Boys, we love you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Kippy, what do you got for him?
October 1st, Gramercy Theater. We're doing another AYG
yeah.
and Friends show. Get those tickets. They're going to go quick. And then, obviously, if there's any tickets left for Philly, Parks Casino, get them. We'll see you then.
Gang, we love you. We'll see you next week. Peace.